Do you guys want to hear a story on how Master Chief fisted a bunch of earthworms? Or about Bust-a-Move Jerry?
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick on these nuts and suck the.
Hey guys, Captain Blueberry here. And today we're doing Can You Beat Halo Combat Evolved with Only Melee? Now the rules are super obvious. I can't use my gun to kill any enemies, and I cannot use my vehicle to run them over. If in fact I do this, I have to restart from last checkpoint. So before we start the game, I have to choose a difficulty. And yes, my mangina does throb at any slight inconvenience. I get woken up, and I have to do the dumbest thing ever. I know Halo's super old, but I'm playing the remastered edition. Do they really have to keep the inverted control look? Halo has the cliche of waking up the main character just when stuff is starting to go bad. I run past everything because Master Chief can't use his fists without a weapon. Captain Keyes gives me his pistol. And did you guys hear that?
I don't keep it loaded, so you'll have to find ammo as you go.
If he really didn't keep it loaded, then how did I have bullets and a couple magazines?
I don't keep it loaded.
So anyways, I get to fisting. And you may be wondering, aren't elites hard in this challenge? And you would be correct. You see, elites have these shields and they make them extremely hard. But as long as you give them a good old slap on the ass, you should be good. So I start to fight my way through the ship. I make my way out, but since I can't control Master Chief in the cutscenes, I can't leave behind that Marine. We crash land on Halo, and everyone dies. So in the end, I guess I did have my way with the Marines. I make my way through the level when I realized my mangina stopped throbbing, so I decided to set it on a higher difficulty. I make my way down to save some Marines that are trapped in this building. I meet my hero Johnny Sins, and got a little too rough with him. I work my way around killing every Marine in this mission, because if you kill them all prematurely, you don't have to sit there and defend them while waves of Covenant come down to kill you. Pulling that stunt ended up biting me in my ass. The game glitched out, telling me that I still had to save the last Marines, but I had killed them earlier. So I logged off for the day because I was pretty pissed at the mission, and I decided to hop in a call with one of my buddies. But since I'm so kind, I'll let you guys have a peep at our average conversations. What is chronic masturbation?
Like addicted and vigorous.
Oh, well then that's me because I hang myself in my closet while beating off. So I start doing the mission all over again. Since it's my time of the month, I changed the difficulty again, insert more potty word jokes, and chose to save the Marines this time. I kicked the guy off the minigun because then that would be cheating.
This cave is not a natural formation. Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere.
We figure out that Cortana has the same IQ as the average Down syndrome person. I saved the final group of Marines, and we're off to the next mission. They gave Master Queef a sniper, thinking that he would just pick them off one by one while the group attacks. I'm sure they were all in awe when they saw him go in there fist deep. I come across this weird bug where if you come too close to the turret's gun, you get greeted by death if he turns it just the right way. I get blown to Valhalla. Once I was done with the onslaught of aliens, God sent down my worst enemy, hunters. We got sucky, I get fuckied, and we started making our way down to Captain Keyes. We fight our way through elites and grunts. I sit around waiting for the Marines to take out the aliens on top. I get to have a glance on how good that head would have been if this game was like Mass Effect.
I think I know how to make all this up to you.
No, I think you'll like this.
Sexy time. Yeah.
I save Captain Keys. We start fighting our way out. We make it to the hangar, and somehow Captain Keys knows how to fly the Covenant ship. I get taken to a long-deserved vacation.
Nowhere to Tahiti. I shot this girl in Blackwater.
We go to land on the beach to have our epic anime ocean episode. But instead of hot babes, we get met with a bunch of hot, smelly boys. Now, I have nothing against the Diddy party. It's just I don't swing that way.
It was sticking balls everywhere. Shen, where is phone?
I make my way inside the party house, but I get locked out since I didn't have an invitation. I make my way around back to go shut off the power so the door would open, and then I get to meet the thick boys. Let's just say, since I was playing on easy difficulty, it just made their buttholes wider for my fist. I turn off the power. Diddy gets mad, and make my way all the way back. God was on these fine gentlemen's side, but I decided to murder him. Master Chief considers killing himself. I find out that Halo's a weapon. I run past the 2 hunters, luckily escaping with my life. The Pellington takes us to the land down under, and I have to fight my way outside the base. I play around, switching back and forth from the old graphics to the new graphics. I go outside, giving everyone a free prostate exam. I run past everything, but holy shit, this game was really confusing my first time playing it, and playing it now still is. You see, Halo Combat Evolved has this horrible level design that everything blends in, so it's very hard to tell where you're going. But this obviously doesn't mean it's a bad game. I get to my favorite part of Halo, which is probably my favorite part in any video game, the snowy biome. Sadly, God was not on these Marines' side. I stole their vehicle and took off, leaving them for dead. I consider suicide after seeing the tank. I would love to drive that magnificent beast, but it would be too slow and would most likely run over enemies. And here we go again with the physics mechanic. He barely scraped my nutsack, but that sent me all the way back to the start. I try running away from my problems in this challenge a lot, but most of the time, it's not even a good thing. You see, if you try to run away from your problems like I do, you have the chance of getting your head blown off and having to restart from your last checkpoint, which if you weren't killing any enemies, that checkpoint could be a fucking hour ago. I stick my finger in an elite's bum, and by mistake, I accidentally hit a hunter. But thank RNGesus, I don't have to worry about being set back 5 hours. I get to fly a Banshee. I get to meet a Japanese World War II pilot. I die some more. Skip a cutscene. Then I get to go to hell. Playing this mission is like being trapped in purgatory. I suggest any of you, if you have the Master Chief Collection or the original Combat Evolved, to go through this mission and try to beat it with only your melee attacks. I had entered the structure, but something doesn't feel right. There was no covenant, just silence. Until I met my son Bob. Oh man, I missed him. I was the one that told him he should enlist because he's such a pussy. Clearly, he didn't forget my cruel words, so I had to put down Bob. I open up a door, and then this man falls on me. Listen, buddy, you gotta buy me a drink first before we can get to second base. And here I meet another fucking problem, man. The little buggers won't fucking die to my melee attacks, in which if I do manage to hit one at all, it only kills that one. So instead I use my masculine body to do all the damage. This whole mission is basically the tentacle hentai animes. So I quickly get out of there, meet Guilty Spark, and he teleports me to the library. I get the anime girl treatment. If you guys haven't played Halo Combat Evolved before, there's these parts in this mission that will drive you fucking crazy. You'd want to lobotomize yourself from just even touching this level. The problem is, in this mission, there's so many of these points where you have to hold the line and wait for this slow-ass computer to open up a door. After what feels like forever, he finally opens up the first door. I quickly run past everything to get on the first elevator, and every single time I come across these elevators, I feel a sigh of relief come out of my mouth, because these are the only parts where you get a break from the mission. I do some more waiting around, this time luckily with a bunch of robots. I'm starting to realize now why people want to have sex with robots. I wait around for another fucking door. I meet the first ever friendly flood. Instead of listening to the grave mine by ripping out my throat and spawning more of his little squids, he decided he had enough and just wanted to chill and vibe. Even though I'm a complete asshole, I leave him behind because I'm not a villain. So I sold my best friend into slavery. I do some more epic waiting around, run past my problems to get to the cutscene, and then we were off to the next mission. I thought I was going to fail the challenge here because I thought that you had to kill these guys for the door to open, but turns out you can just run right past them and open up the door. I grab a Banshee and I'm off to go smash some important stuff. They don't call me the Fister for nothing, so I go around jamming my man meat inside of all the generators. With the first one down, it was off to the second one. Holy fuck, this has got to be the worst enemy ever. It's this little flood member that just sits in a tight corner exploding himself, not caring if he dies in the process. I finally run past him, then I get outside. I steal another Banshee, fist the last generator, and get to go rescue Keys again. This is basically the same mission as the second one, where I have to run all the way back to get into the Covenant ship, which the only difference being I'm all by myself and the flood is all around us. I board the ship, making sure to run past everyone. Since this game has real-time cutscenes, I get gangbanged by a bunch of enemies while I'm trying to reveal that Captain Keys is a part of the flood. I make my escape, go to the Pillar of Autumn, and here we have more backtracking. Cortana tells me to go blow up the engines, and here we meet semi-fail number 1. You can't fist the engines in the Pillar of Autumn, so I have to blow them up using rockets. Now, you may be wondering, what is a semi-fail? Well, it's basically enough to make me load my gun, but not enough for me to kill myself. I destroy all the engines, and get to do the worst part ever. Sadly, this mission ruins the entire run. They put way too many enemies all around, and it is almost near impossible to avoid them all. So, sadly, this run was a fail. I had done so much and worked so hard just for this challenge to fail. After all that we've been through together, and all that we've lost, we sadly failed the challenge. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I made a Discord server. You can join it. It's pretty cool, you know. The link will be in the description. So, can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Hopefully we don't fail another challenge.